Okay, this is a quick tutorial on parallel structure. Now, the College Board on the SAT tests for students' understanding of parallel structure in both the critical reading and writing sections of the exam. And overall, what they're testing is the students' understanding of the standard characteristics of effective writing. Those characteristics include these: consistency, logical expression, clarity, precision of language, and what we're talking about today is the appropriate use of language conventions. So that includes the proper use of parallel structure when devising sentences. So this is a partial list of some of the language skills that are tested by the SAT, and we're going to get right into parallel structure. So, if you see a sentence like this, musicians often like reading, writing, and to paint, you can sort of tell it lacks some structure. This does lack parallel structure. So to improve this sentence, you could do one of two things. You could write it this way: musicians often like reading, writing, and painting, or musicians often like to read, to write, and to paint. So in sentence number 3, there's a consistent use of infinitives, and in sentence number 2, there's a consistent use of gerunds. So change structure to all gerunds or all infinitives to achieve parallel structure. Now here's a couple of great examples of really good structure, parallel structure. Winston Churchill once said, "The inherent vice of capitalism is the unequal sharing of blessing. The inherent virtue of socialism is the equal sharing of miseries." That's an amazing example of parallel structure. You see the inherent vice versus the inherent virtue of capitalism, of socialism, is the unequal, is the equal, and then sharing of blessing versus sharing of miseries. This was just brilliant. In the second example, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. This is a sort of use of antithesis. Again, it's just really good parallel structure. So let's see. Now see if you can get this on the first go-around. What is the difference here? Sailing lessons go a lot smoother for experienced boaters than people with no boating experience at all, versus sailing lessons go a lot smoother for experienced boaters than for people with no boating experience at all. What is the difference? The difference is the parallel use of the preposition for. Okay, so it's not really as though the first sentence is actually incorrect, even though it's got the red X. It's more that the first one is just worded slightly more awkwardly than the second. So if the SAT tests you on something like this, it's that they're looking for the less awkward way to say it and the one that reflects more parallel structure. And this second sentence does that. Here's another one to consider. The bank robbers held up the bank in broad daylight during the busy lunch hour, making loud demands, firing their weapons, and thousands of dollars were absconded with. Now, as you look at these answers, without spending too much time on this one, the correct answer is D, absconding with thousands of dollars. And what makes this the correct answer is verb tense, the consistency of verb tense: making, firing, absconding. And so that's all you sort of really need to look for to make sure that you're choosing the correct answer that reflects a good parallel structure. So that concludes parallel structure. Hope that helps, and good luck on the SAT. And thanks for tuning in.